is the average purchase conversion value. Now, typically what we like to say for e-commerce, for Facebook, and typically Google, depending on the search or display, we typically like to see an average checkout value of at least $50 because that's how the economics can really work out. See, at a 2% conversion rate, a 2% purchase to landing page conversion rate, that's pretty good. But no matter what your close rate is, it's going to have to be really high to make up for these other higher costs. Now, here's what we want to take a look at. So, what this number reports right here, this is actually an average KPI as well for this 2.12%. Again, you can click on any of the report cards right here to see the specific numbers. Okay, now the next thing is where are we going to start making our improvements? We don't have to fix everything, so let's take a look at this. What our goal is we're going to go ahead and start punching in some different numbers here in the yellow. Okay, we're going to adjust the different numbers that really require the most attention. Again, we want to put in a little bit of effort for maximum results. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to see all the numbers add up. We're going to see how that's going to improve our overall conversion rate. And again, these colors will change down over here if it becomes a great KPI average or if it's underperforming. Now, what we're looking for is realistic changes. Now, our next step is we want to start fixing the ads in the funnel. We want to, again, focus on the thing that gives us the maximum results for the lowest amount of effort. So here's what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down. Now, this yellow line right down here is we're going to go ahead and we're going to enter some different numbers in here to try to improve our ad stats. And we're only going to work on certain things, right? Make small little changes to get that maximum effort. So what we're looking to do is to make realistic changes. Like we're not going to cut the ad cost in half right now. So what we want to take a look at is let's take a look at making changes where there's small changes, like within a 15% margin of change. So what's going to happen is I'm going to scroll down just a little bit more, and it's going to pull up rate of change. They're all zeros now because I just matched the exact numbers to everything that we're seeing, like I mentioned before, up top for the last 7 days. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So realistically, this is a great KPI. Do we think we could maybe get down to, let's see here, what would 1325 be? Oh, that's 22% change. So that might not happen. What about 1450? Well, that's a 12% of change. Okay, so what can we do specifically to get down to $14.15 for a CPM? There's a couple things that you can do. Again, small little rate of change. What you may consider is you click on this button right here, it says pull this lever. It'll take you right inside of a gamified training that we have set up so you know exactly what levers to pull. You can see the video right here that'll take you step by step. It will document exactly what you need to do. We'll have additional resources, transcript, sessions audio. You can download the entire slide deck. You know exactly what to do next, and it's going to give you points for participation on exactly what you were working on and what you went to fix. So if you ever need to influence or pull a lever, you know exactly where to go to get your resources, guides, training. So again, you can do it yourself, have some done for you services, or find an expert to do it for you. So let's just go ahead and focus on these rate of change numbers. So if we could get the CPM down to $14.50, again, it's 12% change, maybe we change up a couple of audiences. That's one of the tips you'd find in the CPM training. Now, the next thing, if we look up top, we used to have a higher click-through rate back in the glory days. I'm kind of curious, I would take a look back at our ads to see what we were doing before, or again, you always have the option to learn how to increase your click-through rate even more. Pull that lever, go right to that specific training on how to increase your click-through rate. So let's just take a look one more time. What was our click-through rate before in the glory days? 2.75. That is an 18% difference. Let's see if we can go with that and see if we can change up some of our creatives just to increase our click-through rate just a little bit to that 2.75 again. Okay, so 2.75. All right, you can influence that just a little bit. Now, the link click versus landing page view at 75%.